Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome back to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today I've got another aircraft to review, and this is one I actually haven't built before. It's one I've wanted to build for years and years and years. When I was a manager at Great Models, this is one I used to look at on the shelf all the time, and I thought, man, I really want this thing, but I never did get it. Let's take a look at it. I recently got this at our Christmas in July party for the IPMS group, and that's one of those events where you all take, you have a nice barbecue, and you take, you take a wrapped present, and you have kind of a gift exchange thing, and then at the end you open up and see what it is that you got. And I wound up with this. Yeah, what a score! It's one of those things I've always wanted, but not enough to, make it a priority. So this is the Hasagawa Spitfire Mark Vb. And from what I understand, you can build it in a couple of different ways. So we're gonna open this thing up. It's still shrink wrapped. See, it says $29.98 on it. I don't know how old that sticker is. You never know with this stuff. This thing could be 20 years old. Well, let's open this up. I'm excited about it. Let's take a look and see what's in it. Yeah, my hobby knife's around here somewhere, so I'm using my scissors today. Look at that shrink wrap sound, I love it. I really like the Africa paint schemes. Ever since I started building a million years ago, and I built the old Hawker Hurricane with that tan and brown scheme with the blue underside. Oh. Okay, oogle. Let's take a look at what we got. So, on this 5B, we've got instructions in, I believe that's Japanese. I don't know, because I don't read it. But also in English, so that's cool. And a bunch of stuff that I never really look at, except for the color part here. It's got a figure. Don't look like a good figure, but it's a figure. So, and apparently you can build it one of two ways. Either, I don't know, just one of two ways here. Nice, looks pretty good on the interior. We're up to step 15 here. Oh yeah, so it looks like 15 steps of assembly. 15 steps of assembly, and a couple of options for paint. Sweet. And so you can build the clipped wing version for North Africa, or the unclipped wing version. Just a gorgeous aircraft in my opinion. Oh man, this thing looks good. I'm pretty sure I will do the one from North Africa, because I really like that tropical filter. I think it really looks cool. And so does the paint scheme. So, oh, it's even got parts you don't use. How cool is that? Way to go, Hasagawa. Okay, let's open up the bag and see what's here. Obviously, I'm not going to rebox this and sell it to somebody else, because, or, trade it or whatever, because I do want to build this. So one of these days, we're going to build this big thing. I say big, it's only 1/32 scale, and it's a Spitfire, so it's still not that big. Maybe to some people. Now, Tamiya has a really nice kit out. I get that. But I don't like spending that kind of money for a kit. I mean, at $30, which is what this was marked, that would be plenty for me, let alone paying over $100. No way. And I'm sure, in fact, I'll bet we can make this look just as good, except for the figure, make this look just as good as a Tamiya kit. I'll bet you. So here's the decals. And my experience with Hasagawa decals is they do not respond well to the decal solvents. Just food for thought. So the assemblies are the wings, upper and lower, raised. That's probably why people dog it, because it's got raised panel lines. Ooh. Yeah, doesn't matter to me. I'll just enhance these panel lines with a little bit of chalk and it'll be just fine. By the way, most aircraft don't have engraved panel lines. They just have these, lines where the panels meet. So anyway, I digress. Off to the next part. This sprue here with, that figure's going. He's bad. We'll get rid of him. Tail planes are in, well, kind of two pieces. Wingtips. Yeah, assembly looks pretty easy. And see, I'm not the kind of person that likes the trumpeter kits. I don't like to build for days and days and days and days. I'm just not a builder. I'm a finisher. So for me, something like this is great. This looks to be a kit that I could probably do in a weekend or maybe 2 weekends. That's perfect for me. It's about as long as my attention span is anyway. And then the third sprue, is the fuselage, and it looks beautiful, in my opinion. The seat is definitely going to need some kind of work, just very plain. The interior is pretty plain as well, but I'm sure we can do some things to make that a little bit better without going the route of a real expensive set. And here are the clear parts. And I'm not going to open these because, well, they're clear and I don't want to get them all damaged and goofed up. But you have two different center canopies, two different windscreens. Interesting. So, some options there. And that's it. That's it. Not much to it. So to me, this looks like a pretty simple build, pretty straightforward. Like I said, something that could be done in... I could probably do it in a weekend, but to finish it properly, 2 weekends I'm thinking, with painting and weathering. So I think the hardest part is going to be to find the colors that I really, really want to spray this. So I'll do just a little bit of research and see what other people are using and what is recommended as far as the best, blue and the middle stone and all that other stuff. So anyway, we'll probably get going on this here in another month or so and do a quick one of them weekend builds and show you folks how it turns out. And like I said, I really have confidence that we can make this look just as good as a Tamiya kit, as far as just putting it on the table and looking at it, not opening up every little, crack and crevice and all that other stuff that who really does anyway. So anyway, thank you for joining us, and hope this has been of some help to you. When we get into the build, we'll talk a little bit more about the troubles we may or may not run into. So stick with us, and we'll see you next week on The Stash.